Hello, Braves country. It's Coach Ken Anderson coming from Hardcore Braves, and I've got Andrew, who always does the series preview. How you doing tonight, Andrew?
Doing well, Ken. Doing well. It's Monday afternoon, or Monday evening to be exact. But ready to get on with the week and get this series underway.
Yeah, and I've got Erin. Everybody knows Erin. Erin on deck, and she's been able to jump on a little bit more. And it's nice to have you on the series preview.
Nice to be here. I'm excited.
Yeah, she jumps on for the real good hitting teams, and she missed the part, so she's going to jump on the White Sox here. So the White Sox are a interesting story, probably the one of the two biggest surprises in MLB this year. Here's the overview, and y'all can let me know how you feel about these teams. The Braves are 45 and 21. They're 9.5 up on the Phillies. The Phillies, though, are winning tonight, so there's a chance they'll only be 9 up. They're the best record in Major League Baseball by 3 over the Evil Empire. The White Sox are 34 and 31, 2 games back of the Cleveland Guardians, and they're 2.5 up on the wild card, the Blue Jays, who are losing tonight. So the White Sox in playoff position. Andrew, did you see this coming?
I did not, but I am on the record telling you that they would be a lot better this year. I didn't think that they would be in the playoffs at all at any point in the season, but um, with how bad the American League is, the Chicago White Sox have a young and exciting team that can, with a couple pitching additions, maybe at the deadline, can sneak into the playoffs.
Yeah, they're an interesting team. They're actually missing two of their better pitchers too, and their best one of their best players, Kyle Till, got hurt in the WBC. He's still out, so it's pretty amazing. Aaron, have you been paying attention to the White Sox?
A little bit, yeah. I was just looking at the standings the other day and I was like, how did they do that? And yeah, definitely shocked. But it's pretty interesting for sure.
There's three reasons they have a winning record, and we'll get into all three of them. Let's start with reason number one. One of them is they're an interesting team. These are the numbers on the difference. Everybody knows how good Atlanta's offense is. They're second in home runs, White Sox fourth. Average, the Braves are second, the White Sox are 15th. OBP, on base, they're actually better than us. They're seventh and ninth. That means the White Sox do draw walks, guys. They walk a lot. And OPS, Atlanta's third, and the White Sox are fourth. What the White Sox do well is they slug. They hit tons of home runs. Now, one good thing here, Andrew, is their leading home run hitter, Murakami, is going to miss the series. Did you know that they're number 4 in baseball in home runs?
I was looking at the stats, maybe a couple hours before we got on here, and I was like, dang, these guys can hit some homers. And then, I see Colson Montgomery's got 16. Miguel Vargas, who's been actually really good, has got 15. Randall Grichuk has been a nice veteran pickup that they got from the Yankees, if I think remember correctly.
He's played
He's
for
been a
about
nice.
every team, so who knows?
Yeah, I know. I remember earlier in the year he got cut from somebody. I think it was the Yankees. Um, and then just he doesn't have any homers, but Acuna's little brother is starting to hit the ball a little bit better the last couple of games. So it should be an interesting series. Kind of gives you a little bit of a reminder of the 2018 Braves with a lot of young talent, with not a lot of great pitching, but some talent that's going to keep you in the ball game.
Aaron, did you first of all know that Acuna's little brother was on the White Sox? And two, do they also remind you of the 2018 Braves? Because they do to me as well.
I did know that he was on the White Sox because I follow him pretty closely because I'm trying to manifest him in Atlanta one day because I would love to see him play with Ronnie. Anyway, um, what was the second
The
question? Sorry.
2018 Braves. They,
Oh,
they
right.
do they do
Yes,
they do kind of line up like the 2018
they
Braves.
do. They definitely do. Yeah, I could see that for sure.
Though I think their shortstop's going to be better than that shortstop. That shortstop was Dansby Swanson, and Colson Montgomery is coming, and Colson Montgomery is getting hot at the wrong time for Braves fans. He was hot over the Philly series. Like you said, he comes in with 16 home runs. He's an outstanding player. They got a couple other guys. Sam Antanchi Satani, I never could say his name. His expense.
Antonacci.
Antonacci, he don't have no C's in there. You keep telling me that, and I'm gonna get with the White Sox people. I don't see a C in his name, but let's go with Antonacci. He knows more than I do. He can fly,
Can.
and he leads off for them. He makes everything go. He's not like Acuna. He doesn't hit a lot of home runs, but he does fly. How do you think we go about getting him out? Because that'll be the key to us keeping him off the base in front of their big boppers.
Yeah, attack with the high fastball, make him try and pop the ball up or swing and miss. Chris Sale, I think can't remember if he's going Tuesday or Wednesday off the top of my head, but get the ball up on him, um, get him to hit some hard hit ground balls, pop ups, strikeouts. The kid kind of blew up in the WBC for Team Italy,
Yep.
and he had a good WBC, and he's kind of carried that over into this year for the White Sox. He plays a really good left field. He's kind of a sneaky guy, kind of like Nicky Gonzalez that we just saw from the Pirates. So he knows how to get on base. He knows how to run the base as well, and he plays good defense.
He does, and they got a kid, Chase Mydroff, that also plays for them. He's really good, and they're really sneaky. Here's the concern, Aaron. Let's see if it's a concern with you. Grant goes in Wednesday's game, and on Tuesday game comes Grant Holmes. Are you a little concerned that Grant's pitching against a team that hits this many home runs?
I am, yeah. But I mean, if Grant can continue doing what he's doing and just giving up, a couple of runs and then holding his own until the fifth or sixth inning, then I think we'll be okay, especially if the offense stays consistent.
The one guy who we haven't mentioned is their highest paid player. It's Andrew Benintendi. There's a lot of Braves Twitter guys on here. I always call anybody the Braves Twitter wants is on here. And they've been calling for Benintendi. He has a 699 OPS. He, though, also last few games is starting to hit the ball too. They got a right fielder, Derek Hill, who's just not hitting the ball at all. And so that's the reason why Gritchick was brought in. And Randall's in there, and Randall's actually got off to a good start for them. So, what do you think about Benintendi? Is Are you worried that he's getting hot here, or is he just still going to be this low OPS guy, Andrew?
Um, the guy's coming in hot, so you always got to worry about him a little bit. But I think as the years have gone, we've seen Benintendi kind of slow down from his days in Boston. But when a guy's, like I said, when a guy's coming in hot, you always got to pay attention. He's a good quality baseball player. He's getting hot at the right time, and he's on a team that's fun and exciting again. That's when he was at his best when the Red Sox were winning a couple World Series, and he's playing well now with a good young team. I'm not too worried about him, but always got to keep him at bay.
Yeah. How about you? Have you known that Andrew Benintendi, first of all, is struggling? And if he is, are you worried about him, Aaron, coming this week?
My only concern would be if he can get one over. I'm not worried about Chris Sale, but the other two, that's where my concern will come in. I'm not worried about the bullpen either necessarily. It depends on who we're bringing out.
Yeah, the interesting thing is, before I ask you all that, is Benintendi does hit homes very well. So we'll see. He kind of scares me Tuesday night. So there are other outs to go get in this lineup. Here's the pitching matchups in the games. We're going to go with ours first. Holmes is 4-2, 3.86, 1.32 whip against Eric Fetty. 1-5, 4.94, 1.41. Aaron, this screams high scoring game, lots of runs. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. And I'm really excited for this matchup. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how it plays out.
Andrew, Eric Fetty, old Braves friend, and Braves fans wanted him forever. They got him, and he wasn't very good, and he's not pitching very well in Chicago. An opportunity for a couple of guys, hint Ronald Acuna and Austin Riley, to get healthy. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't really call Eric Fetty our old friend as he gave up home run after home run for us last year. And I'd like to see Ronald, Matt, Michael, and Austin all take him deep tomorrow and knock him out of the game in the first inning and say, I told you so. But Um, I think there's going to be a lot of runs scored tomorrow. I'm not sure what the betting over under is, but I'm going to bet the over if I was a betting man. Um, I've said this on the past couple podcasts. What Grant Holmes shows up? Is it the one that's controlling his fastball and locating it and using his best pitch, which is his slider, to get guys chasing, or is he or can he not command the fastball and occasionally leaves the slider too much for lefties to go down there and golf it out and hit it about 420 feet. So it'll be interesting to see. Hopeful for Grant to come up tomorrow, maybe give us 5, 6 innings, but we'll have to wait and see.
The key to this series that normally don't happen in series is that both teams had the day off today. So both bullpens should be rested. Here's the issue with the White Sox. The White Sox bullpen had to go to early all 3 games. And the Braves kind of were able to go through their 3 games and kind of maneuver their bullpen. That's advantage Atlanta. Here's what's going on in game 2. We'll get to game 2 and then we'll break down how we think we're going to hit them. Kid named Kay is going to go. He's actually been really good for them as far as kind of a good luck charm. He wins a lot. His ERA is kind of high. He has a high whip, but they win with him. So they hit in his games. Here's the problem for Mr. K. He's going against Chris Sale. And Chris Sale is going to go on about the same rest he's been going. Do you expect a big performance out of Chris Sale, Erin, on Wednesday night?
I'm hoping for one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's usually expected. I mean, he's had a couple of bad games here and there this season, but they are far and few between, or few and far between, or whatever that phrase is.
Mm-hmm. The key with Chris is usually if the younger the team, the better his slider because they don't see it much. And this is a young team. We'll get to see Chris Sale's slider, and so he should pitch well. For the Braves, Andrew, you concerned because we have had a problem against left-handed starters. Kay is a left-hander. Though he don't throw as hard as some of the other ones do, he does throw hard, but he doesn't throw as other ones. Are you concerned with another lefty starter going against us?
I'm always concerned with a left-handed starter going against us, especially still without Drake. Um, but we've that's why we go out there and play the game. We got superstars all over the field who should be able to bounce back and kind of be relaxed in the box in Chicago. It's not going to be too much of a rowdy crowd. It shouldn't be. As I lived there, it never was, and should be a good series for our hitters. But like I said, never the biggest fan with us facing a lefty.
He's right about that. Even when the White Sox are rolling and have a good team, their crowds are not considered one of the rowdy crowds in Major League Baseball. So we'll see. Thursday night, Martin Perez, another lefty. I think it's an advantage of us having both lefties going this series against their young kids, crafty lefties. And they're going to throw their best pitcher, Davis Martin, 8-2. What is he? 2.61 ERA, 1.11 WHIP. I asked this to Grant on our interview with Grant, so y'all didn't get to. I didn't ask y'all, so I'm gonna ask y'all. Before Grant knew who he was, Erin, did you know who Davis Martin was?
No.
Andrew?
Not really. I mean, I was looking at his stuff before I saw he went to Texas Tech, which has kind of been the spotlight of college sports today. But yeah, no, I didn't really know who he was. 14th round pick.
Yeah, I guarantee 90% of this fan base doesn't know who Davis Martin is.
Higher.
I'm a big Davis Martin fan. If you do DFS, Daily Fantasy Sports, DraftKings, or FanDuel, you know who Davis Martin is. He's cheap and he gets a lot of points. And that's the only reason I know Davis Martin is. So I actually had to watch video of him. And with Ryan on the hip coil, we talked about it. He reminds me of Tim Hudson, guys. So he's got kind of the same build. So we're going to get that. That's the toughest game he'll pitch. But I do expect our hitters to be okay because here's the numbers on their pitching staff. Now, our ERA is second in baseball at 3.17. They're 20th, 4.38. Strikeouts were eighth in baseball. They're 20th. Whip, third in baseball. They're 19th. And bullpen, we're third in baseball, and they're 21st. Their bullpen is not very good. They got two guys on the back end. Now, their closer is outstanding. We really don't want a piece of him. And old friend Sean Newcomb is their left-handed big guy. Aaron, did you know Sean was in Chicago and pitching well?
I did because I've had a lot of people mention to me that I should look into him and potentially bring him back to Atlanta.
That's the question, Andrew. We may need another left-handed starter. Everybody thought that could be it, but the White Sox are going to be in the playoff race, so Sean's not going anywhere. But did you know Sean was in Chicago?
I did. You and I actually talked about it before the year when he signed, but yeah, I knew he was in Chicago. Kind of don't keep up with the White Sox very much. I know he's having a decent year. But like you said, you don't want to get to Dominguez in the ninth inning. He throws gas. He's got a good slider, got a good sinker. He'll be tough to hit. But like you said, their bullpen's not good. Pittsburgh's bullpen wasn't very good. Cincinnati's bullpen wasn't very good. And we hit them very well. We got to their starters very early. We put a lot of pressure on them, and that's kind of be what our hitter strategy needs to be going into it.
I said on the podcast recap, I was surprised that Pittsburgh's bullpen pitched as well as it did. I thought they had a pretty good series. They normally are bad. This is normally not a good bullpen either, and I think that's how we attack them, get their pitch count up. I don't really care about Fede. We can hit the first pitch out of the ballpark against him. But Kay and Martin get the pitch count up, get them out. I like that Martin's pitching game three. Their bullpen should be taxed by that point. So, you got any other thing as far as how to attack their pitchers here, Andrew?
Um, Make them work. Even make Eric Fetty work a little bit. I kind of disagree with you on that. Um, as we've seen, when he gets deep into the count, he will throw that cutter and sinker out of the zone, and he will put you on base himself. Um, but also, when he gets in trouble, he likes to leave the fastball over the middle of the plate. And for the other two pitchers, Kay and Martin, make them work, kind of like how we did Ashcraft and Bubba Chandler. I kind of said it on the last podcast for the Pirate series. Make Bubba Chandler work a little bit and get him out of his zone. What did we do in that seventh inning? We got him rattled. We got a couple guys on. Harris came up and got that big hit. You got to do the same thing with these two other starters who are good and very talented, but they're young and they're vulnerable to make a lot of mistakes against a really talented lineup that we have, against all of our all-star superstars that we have. So I expect our hitters to be ready for this series.
I do too, and my thing point about Eric Fetty and quick pitches is I want him in there as long as we can if we can hit him. And they let him wear it too because they got young pitchers on the back end. So let's hit him and hit him hard. Aaron, what do you think about it? The matchups. Is there anything that you like to see our hitters do other than get them deep in the counts?
I'd like to see Ronnie do some more home runs every single night. That was nice. What was that, last week or a week and a
Mhm.
half ago? And obviously, Austin Riley to be consistent would be great.
Yeah, getting Austin going is going to be huge. Anybody watch 680 The Fan? Matt spoke for everybody who does these podcasts and TV and radio. They're not benching Austin Riley, guys. So stop with the bench Austin Riley. He makes 22 million a year. He's going to go out there, especially when you're 24 games over 500. There's no reason to bench anybody really. So he's going to play. So Aaron, your first time on here. So we do look picks to click, and then we give our picks on what we think the series is going to be. So we're going to go back. We have to revisit whether we're good or bad. So let's go. Andrew picked Matt Olson, and he really was talking trash too early because he thought, wow, he's going to have a big series. He was okay. He's 3 for 13, 2 runs scored. He did have a stolen base, Andrew.
He
Of
did.
course,
How about that?
Acuna was in front of him, so that helped him. So 5 strikeouts. That's not good. And but overall, I mean, just he's got that kind of swing, and he does that. Your pick to click. How'd you feel about your pick? How you performed?
Um, I'm gonna go Michael Harris.
No, not pick one. I said, what do you think about Olson here? What do you
Oh,
think?
Olson. Um, I think this would be an interesting series for Olsen.
Now I'm
He
talking
needs
about
to
how you
get back.
performed in this series. How do you perform in this series? I mean, the last series, you picked
He
him.
didn't perform. He didn't perform to what I thought he did, especially on Sunday. He missed a lot of middle fastballs. I don't know if he was just off in his timing or what, but he made me look stupid. And he won't do that again. I know that, but
Well, I got it
hopefully he's
because the
got a
only
better
reason I want to
series.
brag is you made fun of me. Remember, I took Austin Riley, and Austin was three
You
for 10.
did.
He's 3 for 10. One run, two RBIs, one walk, a double, and only two strikeouts. So everybody stays on Austin.
Oof.
I want to do that really seriously. We're all focused on Austin way too much. I mean, Matt's whatever. So with that said, now you get to go pick Michael Harris
All
because I know
right,
that's who you want to pick. Who's your pick to click in this series against the White Sox?
Michael Harris. He's gonna keep it going, and hopefully that back is healthy. We're taping this before the first game, so if he doesn't play, don't shoot the messenger. But he's gonna be back. He's gonna be playing back out in center field, having some clutch base hits. I think he's gonna hit 2 home runs in this series in Chicago.
Well, I think it'll be a lot of home runs hit, by the way.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad pick. Now, Aaron, before you give me, Ryan's not going to be. He's not going to be surprised because Andrew's a front runner. He picks Matt Olson and he picks Michael Harris, who just come off a big hit. So, Aaron, who's your pick to click in the White Sox series?
I'm going with Ozzy because we're facing lefties, and I feel like he's just gonna find the zone and hit a couple home runs, RBIs, really be super consistent and contribute heavily during this season or series.
I think it's a good pick. He is absolutely swinging a good bat. He had a weird series this past series. He was only 1 for 5 because he walked and got hit by batters, hit sac flies. Of his 4 outs, 3 of them were 105 miles an hour and harder. That's how hard he hit the ball. Great pick by Aaron. I'm going to go with the coming out party of Ronald Acuna Jr. I think Ronald Acuna Jr. is going to absolutely blister the baseball this week. I think he's actually hitting the ball better on the road than he is at home right now, anyhow. And I think there's a little pressure right there. I think he'll come unglued on this bullpen. And I don't know how many home runs he'll hit against Eric Fetty, but I know at least one and hopefully maybe two. I think he lines up good against K. And Martin's out pitch is the changeup, and so he loves to throw it. So even though Ronnie struggles a little bit up here with fastballs, he's going to get the changeup anyhow. And some of the pitchers found out this weekend, he can hit the off speed. So I think Ronald Acuna Jr. has a monster series. I think he's going to have at least 6 hits in this series. That's how big a series I think he's going to have. He might have 5 against Fetty, but he'll have a 6. So that said, how do you see the series going, Andrew?
I think we're going to take 2 out of 3. I want to go sweep just because we're playing some good ball. And I think even with the day off, I think the White Sox bullpen is really taxed. They threw a lot of bullets in Philadelphia, and they very much could have swept Philadelphia, but their bullpen just did not pitch well. And I think that's going to continue for them. And I think Atlanta's going to take 2 out of 3.
I like it. Yeah. We just keep winning series. The Phillies can't catch us. I know that. So, Aaron, what do you think?
Yeah, that was going to be my answer too. Best case scenario sweep, realistic scenario 2 of 3.
I don't see how we lose tomorrow night or tonight when we put the show out in the morning. I know Grant's going. I expect Grant to give us a really good outing, at least get us 5 or 6 innings, and he'll be able to pitch whoever he wants to out of that bullpen. The only one probably he'll probably stay away from in that is Kenley. Probably needs another day. Kenley's really gave us everything he's had. I am going to go. I love Davis Martin, so I'm going to go 2 out of 3. I wanted to pick Sweet, but I love Davis Martin, and Martin's going. And if when we face them, that would be the White Sox on like a 3 or 4 game losing streak, and that's on a 5 game winning streak. That's baseball. You know how that happens. The Dodgers smoked the Angels and had won 5 in a row, and then the Angels turned around and beat them 13-5. It's just baseball. So I think the White Sox will get the last game. So that's what we got. all the news as far as all of our players. Erin is putting it out. I know Andrew is too. We're trying to. Drake Baldwin, stop asking us about him. He is still not even, and Grant brought it up too. He's probably looking at 10 to 14 days in that ballpark. So maybe he's back by the Giants series. Erin asked me when this first injury happened, and I told her Father's Day. That's the 21st. So, and she's not sweated it a bit, and it's just oblique injuries usually take that long. He'll be there. Spencer Swellenbach's throwing. Stop asking us. He's not coming back anytime soon. It's probably going to be late August at the earliest. I'm thinking more September. The one guy who's coming back quick, quick, other than Drake Baldwin, it's Hurston Waldrop today. Joel Sherman went on MLB. He said he could be a difference maker. Are you excited to see Hurston's next rehab start this week, Erin?
Yeah, absolutely. I cannot wait to have him back.
Yeah. Drew, how about you? He's going to have another rehab start.
I'm excited for Hurston. Really sucks what happened in spring training, but not only does he need to come back, we need him back in a big way. We need a guy from the right side throwing absolute gas with a wipeout split and a good curveball. I'm really excited to see what Jeremy can do with him, as he's kind of Hefner's mo right there, and I'm really excited for Waldrop to be back soon.
Yeah, and it's the 45 pitch one, so that's big because the 45 pitch one kind of lets them know that's the up down and all that stuff. So we'll see how he does. So that's our report. That's our series preview for the White Sox. Let's go win up another series. Remember to follow Andrew at Andrew Davison, also at Hot Atlanta Highlights on Instagram, and Erin on Deck at Erin on Deck. She's over everything, but TikTok is her main thing, so follow that. I'm at Hardcore Braves. You can follow everybody at Hardcore Braves, and when you do that, please go like and follow them too. So we appreciate you. We love you, Braves country, and we're out of here. Peace.
You know what, boys? You guys are going to be world champions for the rest of your life.